What's up everyone, Wave here. Today good person right here is Bloodborne Remastered finally happening. Let's react it.
Alright, what's going on, guys? When it comes to Bloodborne and rumors surrounding a potential Bloodborne remake, remaster, or sequel, it feels like every other week there's a new rumor or new potential leak that turns out
like it was always fake, and you knew it right up front.
To be completely false. And it's like clockwork where Bloodborne starts trending on Twitter, and fans get excited once again only to have their hopes crushed, to realize that all the hype was completely false and unfounded. And
I hope it's real.
I am someone who has fallen for these leaks in the past. I've made several videos talking about the Bloodborne situation, and why I can't wrap my head around why we don't have a Bloodborne remake yet. But for about the past year, ever since Elden Ring's release, I've completely forgotten about Bloodborne, and I've tuned out any of the rumors going on in the gaming sphere.
I've actually started playing Bloodborne after Elden Ring, and I must say it's much better than Elden Ring. It has much more replayability. That's the insane thing about it, especially with something like Chalice Dungeons. I know many people hate it, but I think it's a good time sink, yeah.
But we find ourselves here once again, with some new rumors that have a little bit of credibility to them, and some major PlayStation news that makes it look like this might be a chance to get our hopes up. But I want to present all the facts to you and break it down as technically as possible, so that we have a clear picture of what's going on here, and can give a proper verdict on how likely it is to be true. But as we get into all that today, I do want to remind you guys that since the channel is getting so close to 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a copy of From Software's next game, Armored Core 6, once we hit that goal. And all you gotta do to enter is number 1, be subscribed to the channel. Number 2, leave a like.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy Armored Core. Like, I've never played any maker or something like that in that genre, but because it's from Software, it's something serious, I guess.
On the video, and number 3, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But with all that, let's go ahead and get into this discussion about Bloodborne. Just a few minutes ago, PlayStation announced that they were going to have a new massive showcase happening in about a week. Now that'll be shown on May 24th and is going to be one of their biggest showcases they've had in a long time. And here are the details on that. The PlayStation blog post reads,
I want a full Bloodborne remake. Like, it still should be like the core game itself, but with some new additions. Like, it shouldn't be just that standard PC port or a standard remaster with better graphics. I want something on Demon Souls level. Like, that would be insane.
Almost time to see what's next. PlayStation Showcase broadcast live next Wednesday, May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. British Time. The show will run for a bit over an hour, focusing on PS5 and PSVR 2 games in development from top studios from around the world. Expect a glimpse at several new creations from PlayStation Studios, as well as spellbinding games from our third-party partners and indie creators. The live broadcast starts next Wednesday, May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. British Time on YouTube and Twitch. Hope to see you there. Now, I just made a video breaking down the possibility about this showcase and other showcases where we might see new From Software information, because this PlayStation showcase was leaked a little bit ago, and according to insiders is going to be a big deal. Now, what completely slipped my mind at the time, because I was focusing talking on Armored Core or Elden Ring mainly, but I had completely forgotten to mention the possibility of the rumored Bloodborne remake. And so I wagered that even if the showcase did get announced, it probably wouldn't be worth watching as a From Software fan, since Summer Games Fest is right around the corner. And that's a show that's much more likely to have what we're looking for. But now we find ourselves in a different place from when I made that video, since the Bloodborne discussion has been reignited thanks to a new rumor that kind of blew up. And this rumor comes from David Jaffe, the original creator of God of War. Now, here's the thing.
He overheard something, like with some From Soft dudes, but they're going to make something with Bloodborne, and I'm pretty hyped.
We kind of got to keep in mind when talking about this. David Jaffe used to hold a very prominent involvement with PlayStation, but he doesn't have all the connections that he used to. As we know, God of War has switched hands for a while, now under the guidance of Cory Barlog, with Jaffe no longer working at PlayStation. And we'll break this down more in a minute, but the rumor originated last week when during one of his live streams, David Jaffe talked about how Bloodborne was supposed to be getting a remaster, and an announcement would be coming pretty soon. And the tweet for this got over 4 million views, since it was coming right off the heels of the leak about the PlayStation showcase. However, after this news blew up, David Jaffe posted another video attempting to clarify exactly what he said, since this was apparently taken out of context. So go ahead and give this a listen.
Hey fellas, real quick, this Bloodborne thing, look, please, I'm seeing people on Twitter, It drives me batshit. I don't have insider knowledge. I don't put any value on. I know something you don't. All I said was, and it's not like I'm breaking some big story. Everybody's been talking about the Bloodborne thing, the remaster, remake, whatever, for a long time.
Yeah.
And all I said was, I know a reporter. She told me that she's like it, and I never said it was going to be at the show, even if there is a show this summer, which I think there is, but I don't know. But that was never what I said. All I said was, she said that, hey, no, it's happening. It's a real thing. And we should be seeing a reveal sooner than later. That was it. I loved Bloodborne, one of my favorite games. If I rarely finish games, I finished that one.
So as you can see, after this started getting some traction to it, he made sure to clear the air, saying that he doesn't have actual insider knowledge about it, and that what actually happened was that a reporter asked him if he was going to be playing the Bloodborne remake that was going to be getting announced soon. Now, how true is that? We have no idea. And I'm not gonna lie, the way his face looked when he was saying that makes me feel like he's lying a little bit, but I have no idea. Yeah. But like he does say in that video, the rumor that a Bloodborne...
I wanna say he doesn't know shit, but he knows exactly what's going on. Come on.
Remaster/remake is coming has been circulating with PlayStation insiders for a long time now. The situation as a whole is very similar to the Colin Moriarty leak of last year, where a very reputable PlayStation insider stated that he was told that Bluepoint Games, the company that made the Demon's Souls remake, was taking a trip down Yharnam. However, a few months after that came out, he stated that he no longer trusted the source that told him that, and that the information was likely faulty. And that's kind of how every single one of these rumors goes. Some PlayStation insider will say that a Bloodborne remake is getting made, and then come out shortly after and say that they don't actually know if it's happening or not. So there's only two possibilities here. Number one, everybody's just lying and trying to start false rumors.
The thing is, so many people want it, and they know that the people want it. We are going to buy that shit like immediately, pre-sale, pre-purchase, and do all sorts of things just for that game, because it's a masterpiece. It's like in my top 5. That's how great Bloodborne is. And that's saying something.
And the people that are leaking this information either don't have very much or are getting it third hand as well. But let me paint you the picture here and tell you the facts of what we do know. We know for a fact, thanks to Omnipotent, the most credible From Software leaker, that FromSoft themselves are not working on anything Bloodborne related. We also know that Bloodborne as an IP belongs to Sony, and it's their decision to do with it what they want. So if a Bloodborne remake was actually happening...
Come on, Sony, that's free money. That's free money.
Would likely be outsourced to another studio entirely, the same way the Demon's Souls remake was. We also know that about a year ago, PlayStation actually acquired Bluepoint Studios and have them working on unannounced projects at the moment. And this is almost exactly what I said the last time we talked about this Bloodborne situation as a whole. From the outside looking in, the landscape is perfect for PlayStation to drop a Bloodborne remake, which is why these rumors get so much traction. And it seems like a very likely thing to happen. And what we might also want to consider is that all these rumors happening from these sources that do have credibility to lose if reporting something false is that there is a good chance that people do know something, and the people that are actually leaking this are just doing a bad job at it or keeping it pretty tightly under wraps. But as far as official information goes, there's almost none. Now, a little while ago, PlayStation did actually tweet out a pretty blurry picture of Bloodborne and said guess the game. However, they quickly deleted it after getting torn apart by the fans, saying don't post this if you don't have anything to show, which seemed to indicate by them deleting it that they didn't. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about this.
That's
I'm not
us.
putting that much stock in the rumor. However, I am going to be watching the PlayStation showcase. I do think that the rumor popping up right before the showcase happened is a little bit fishy. So I think that while there is a chance that we do see something Bloodborne related here, I'm not going to be disappointed if we don't. We have a fantastic year ahead of us as From Software fans, with both Armored Core 6 and Elden Ring DLC on the horizon. So a Bloodborne remake coming out right now would honestly be a little overwhelming. But hey, if it happens...
I would love a PC port, because so many people know about Bloodborne, but they have never played it. Was exclusive titles, man.
I will be pleasantly surprised.
Like, so many like PlayStation exclusive are on PC right now, right? Like after a few years, were ported. But Bloodborne was not a port. Like, it's like one of the only ones, of the older ones, which are never have been ported. It's like sensible, for me at least.
Either way though, I just wanted to make this video really quickly to inform you guys about everything that's going on. It has been a while since we talked about Bloodborne, and I wanted to kind of levy expectations with this big news about the PlayStation Showcase. But either way, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all things From Software. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below, and with all that, I will catch you in the next one.
I have high hopes. I'm hyped. And yeah, go subscribe to Zaystorm. He made the video. I just did the reaction to it. Go leave a like and subscribe to me as well. I would really appreciate it. And I guess that's it. I guess see you next time. Wafer out.